In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the covert narcissistic abuse. The narcissistic abuse meted out by covert narcissists is not the same as narcissistic abuse typical of overt or grandiose narcissists. These two subspecies of narcissists differ so dramatically that there is a debate going on in the profession whether overt, grandiose narcissists are actually a type of psychopaths, and the only real narcissists are the vulnerable, fragile, covert ones. But we will leave this debate aside. I have a whole video dedicated to it for those of you who are interested. And today we're going to discuss the special variant of narcissistic abuse, this pernicious, specious, horrible, penetrating, all-pervasive, poisonous, toxic variant of narcissistic abuse that has little to do actually with the overt, grandiose narcissist variant. And variant it is because it's a bit of a virus, as I've said in a video a few years ago. We are also going to discuss coercive control. There's a multiplicity of misunderstandings regarding this word. It's being misused the same way as gaslighting is. And so I thought a bit of clarification with academic background would be useful, should be useful for those YouTubers open to learning. Very few, admittedly. Let's start with covert abuse. Narcissistic abuse, typical of covert narcissists. Number one, such abuse is passive-aggressive, obstructive. It has to do with sabotaging, undermining, preventing, derailing, challenging other people's wishes, hopes, tasks, assignments, agendas, etc., etc. So there's a lot of passive aggression involved. The covert narcissist creates intricate webs and coalitions of flying monkeys and kamikaze suicide bombers. So the covert narcissist puts together networks of people and then activates them against the selected target. Now, the covert narcissist is a narcissist. He has no empathy. Although he fakes empathy, he pretends to be a rescuer or a savior or a healer or a codependent or a victim. In reality, the covert narcissist is even more vicious and more psychopathic and more dangerous than the overt and the grandiose narcissist. And this kind of narcissist does not hesitate to sacrifice other people, to put them at risk, to compromise their interests, to ruin their lives, to put in danger their nearest and dearest. Anything to obtain the outcomes of impacting the target, destroying the target of vengeance, the target of envy, malicious envy, the target of narcissistic rivalry, the target of some imagined fantasy gone awry. When a target is settled on, when the covert narcissist decides, this is my target and I'm going to destroy him or her, this kind of narcissist recruits people in a variety of ways: sex, money, flirtation, pretensions, pretending or faking, as I said, a savior, a healer, a rescuer, a good guy or a good girl. And so this kind of covert narcissist puts together coalitions and attacks the target, in the process destroying the very people he uses without any remorse or regret or second thought, hiding behind the aprons of women and children as kind of human shields. This is typical of the covert narcissist. Now, this is one element of what I call the occult narcissist, the hidden narcissist. It's a narcissist who hides behind people, hides behind a facade, hides behind fake behaviors, hides behind social norms, hides behind cultural mores, hides behind superstitions and conspiracy theories and misbeliefs and misinformation, hides behind. Hidden, occult narcissist. He fakes empathy. He pretends to be what he is not. An expert, a rescuer, a savior, a healer. He is helpful, ostentatiously helpful. He is smarmy, absolutely smarmy. He is altruistic or pretends to be altruistic and compassionate when actually this is prime manipulation. Being a covert narcissist, he is adept at mimicking, imitating people, resonating with them, knowing not only which buttons to push, but how to become one with a flying monkey, how to create or generate the impression we are the same, we're a brotherhood, we have the same goals and the same enemies, let's go for them. The covert narcissist is manipulative, and it usually is non-verbal. There's a lot of body language that goes into the covert narcissist Machiavellianism. So whereas overt or grandiose narcissists are either cerebral, and then they use their intelligence, or they are somatic, and then they use their bodies, the covert narcissist is almost always somatic, because the covert narcissist is a collapsed narcissist. It's a narcissist who has failed at obtaining supply using, for example, his intellect, or his personality, or his character and temperament, or his accomplishments, or his biography. What's left? His body. So the covert narcissist doesn't have to be a somatic narcissist in the classic sense, but he is likely to emphasize body language, facial expressions, micro expressions, kind of friendly hugs, imitating the body language of empathic, accomplished, beautiful, kind, loving, nice people. The main instrument, the main tool in this arsenal is the body. So most covert narcissists are non-verbal when it comes to manipulating, conspiring, colluding, and then striking at the target, exactly like a snake in the grass. The covert narcissist exercises punitive avoidance and withdrawal. The aim is to increase or enhance the abandonment anxiety in the target. The covert narcissist gives the silent treatment, withholds affection, shows no emotions. This is called reduced affect display. Has usually flat attachment. So the covert narcissist is more of an absence than even the overt or grandiose narcissist. Is more of an absence, is more of a void or a vacuum, more of a black hole than even the grandiose overt narcissist. And as I said, he creates secret coalitions against you, smear campaigns, hiding cowardly, cravenly behind others. And all this is intended to control the situation, to control you, and to obtain favorable outcomes, for example, to get you back, or to render you contrite and remorseful, or to punish you, punitive vengeance. Be the case as it may, these are the strategies used by covert narcissists. Now, many people attribute to covert narcissists and to overt narcissists coercive control. Coercive control is an exceedingly rare phenomenon. And no, it is not typical only of narcissists. The vast majority of people who exercise coercive control over their intimate partners are not narcissists or psychopaths or otherwise diagnosed with any mental illness. These are the statistics. So coercive control is a strategy of subjugating, subduing, taming, domesticating, and housebreaking someone who is significant to you. Now, some narcissists, of course, use coercive control consciously and unconsciously. Psychopaths use coercive control.